I hope we're all well. It's already sweating. Ha! Love it. I do like that new waiting screen. It's quite interesting. Uh, right. Okay, team. Just checking my frame. Looks pretty good from this way. Just making sure. Double checking. Yep, no, I'm good. Happy as Larry. Right. Okay. Good everyone. Here we are. Another day, another session, another, what should we say? Money in the bank, making hay, eh? All of the all the normal analogies about being better, doing the training. One thing we haven't done, and it's been a month actually since we did our last power stroke session. So I was like, righto, we'll do this one. We're going to just up the intensity a little bit, okay? So obviously when we normally do power strokes, we've got a nice rhythm, we're rowing along, good steady pace, and holding, low to mid rate to really start to feel how we're doing and how we're producing the stroke, should we say. Whereas this session like we've got here, we start to just really look at a little bit more power and really trying to, I'm not going to say really stand into it, but it's getting close to it. Okay. So as you can see, we'll do 12 1-minute pieces. So we'll have good warm up. Okay. We'll do a reasonably long warm up. And then every two of our, so basically 6 stages, should we say, the first and the last on normal drag. Okay. The first one we go up 2 numbers. Okay, so the 15, the 30, it's just a number. Okay, because I'm pretty sure on the drag factor it's 15 is every number, plus or minus. So we take a big step in the first one. Okay, for the first 2, and the rating's 24, so it's not a huge change, but we'll feel the weight. We'll feel that change in resistance, and we'll really look to just be nice and solid with it, okay? And then we go up another number, and we do 2 at 26. We go up another number, and we go to 28, and then we'll hold that, and we just basically do 28 and 30 at the same drag, okay? So by the end of it, hopefully we've gone up 3 or 4, okay? If you're, and this is where I'm always going to be, play it by ear, however you're feeling, how your body's feeling. I don't want to put you under too much stress, too much pressure or weight, okay? So manage yourselves in terms of your load. But when we start to get up here into this 28 and 30, it's going to be, we're going to give it some, okay? And what we want to be doing when we're giving it some is making sure we're giving it some in the right fashion, okay? Now, today, because we're going to have that weight, it's perfect to really just let go of trying to hold on to the handle and trying to be strong with our arms and really just look to hang, okay? Use what we talk about, and, obviously with the force curve and stuff that people talk about, really just want to sit back, okay? We really want to get the legs driving the body as much as we can while we just hang on to so we just hang out here and we just push ourselves back, okay? Really looking for that, because with the power strokes and with the extra resistance and that extra drag, it will allow us to really feel the drive through because of that resistance, okay? We're not going to have that acceleration that we normally have when we're on a normal drag, okay? But obviously when we get to this last one, when we do have that normal drag, I want you to really make sure we hold what we've been doing through here and not resort back to our old habits, which is starting to do a little bit of this or lifting too much, that type of thing, and really just using what we've done but there'll just be so much more speed. Okay, this is going to be beautiful. Okay, we're just going to be like, oh, this is great. Okay, because we'll have so much extra pace. Okay, so that's us for the day. We'll check in to see what everybody's saying. That's probably because you've already done 30K on the bike today. Yeah, Robro, he's already sweating. That's good. Right, okay. Let's rock and roll. As I said before, we'll spend a good time just warming up, getting into it, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Just because we're almost straight into the session, we don't have a lot of time to, normally we've got 4 or 5 minutes at the first set to warm into it, that type of thing. We'll probably have to do the majority of that now to get ourselves warm and limber and loose, and then we'll rip into it. Okay. Oh, a beauty. Okay, so as always, get a nice feeling of just moving this body. Okay, it ain't 5:15 in the morning where you are. I'm the one that's done a little bit earlier, which is good. Okay, so just get ourselves nice and loose. Feel the motion. Feel how we can get the body in a good position. Good structure, good posture. Okay, and we'll just flow along as we get better compression. Get ourselves into nice position, nice and relaxed. Okay, even now, once we feel like we're in a good place in terms of flexibility and that posture wise, we can start to just think about the application of what we're trying to do. And while we're not under a lot of force and we're rolling along here, think about the body sequence, the drive sequence, those legs, the relationship, okay, the handle and the feet. Handle, feet, seat. Okay, here we go. We can feel those 3 points when we roll into the front. Optimal world has been rolling. Okay, we get to that point of changeover, almost pausing. I don't like to call it a pause, I like to call it a little bit of patience, changing direction. And then if we've got nice, long, extended arms, okay, if we've got that set up through this recovery, the arms are at a nice position. Okay, if they're not, we're going to tend to do a little bit of like, I'm going to give it a little bit more length at the front, or we'll try and be a bit strong with it. Okay, remember that we're just trying to leave that handle, leaving it out there as if we were hanging, chin up bar, weights off the ground. I know we want to have a feeling like we've got hold of it, okay? But we want that feeling to be almost that strung out feeling. Okay, because we've got our body forward, our arms are forward, and then we're just pushing away from that handle, and we can feel that handle create that acceleration. Once the body starts to swing, there, and then all we're doing is drawing there towards the finish, okay, with that body speed. Okay, so we'll feel that today, okay. What will happen once we get up and rate is if we start to grab it a little bit, or we start to be, it's heavy, I want to get onto it early. Trust the process, okay? If you're not quite hitting the ratings, I don't mind, okay? But we want to really use this body through this drive, okay? And this is where the legs and that body through there, we're going to create that momentum, okay? And we're not going to have, once we get the weight up and the drag up, we'll find that we won't actually have this acceleration of the handle into the body because of that drag, okay? But if we hang long, we'll still feel it coming to us. We'll still feel that brush of the body, rather than being like, we're good, like doing this, okay? Trust it. Trust the hang. Focus this compression here. Focus the legs driving the body there, okay? So just for a few strokes, let's go to straight arms, and then we'll go straight arms with bodies, and then we'll finish it off, okay? So straight arms, this one now. So just feel that, take a little bit of time, feel the compress, feel the initiation. Okay, just leave the arms out. Okay, now let's use the body. This one now. So now feel that body swing. Okay, leave the arms. Okay, drive ourselves back. Now, finishing it off. This one. Now, okay, just really hold back. Use that legs body and just let the hands come to us, okay? Okay, really leave these arms out long. Do another 5 or 6 strokes. Roll into the front smoothly. Weight on the feet. Couple more. Last one. Good. Okay. Nice. Okay, so the main points today. Manage yourselves, okay? We've hopefully, most people done power strokes before. We sort of know the feeling that we're going to get, the load that we're going to have on the body. Okay, the rating is going to get up. Excuse me, pretty dusty from sanding. And then, especially once we get up in this here, in this 26, 28, 30, because we're going to have a lot of drag it's going to feel slightly artificial with all of this, okay? Because we're not going to have that acceleration through that's going to allow us to have that momentum and that inertia to be able to get back over. Okay, it's going to be a little bit forceful, okay? But we'll get to that when we're there. I'll give you some tips around that, okay? But the main focus as we go along in this is how we are driving the body, okay? How we're doing it, really focusing on this front turn, the relax, trying to be relaxed, because we're going to be pumping it, okay? And how we're coming in, that the feeling of the 3 points, okay? The hands, the seat, the feet, and the seat, okay? Those 3 points and those 3 connection points, if we really work on those today while we're under stress, if we think about them in terms of you know, we can do it while we're sitting here, and you can go, I can feel myself, you know, you can shut your eyes and you can go, I can feel my hands, I can feel my arms, I can feel myself with that connector here, I can feel myself sitting on the seat, and I can feel the weight on the feet. And so when you start to push, okay, and even just this little bit here, you know, sometimes it's nice to have that visualization. You can be like, I can feel the feet, and I can feel the seat, I can feel the hang, and I can feel my body holding its posture, okay? That's the feeling that we want to start to try and find, especially while we've got this weight and this pressure and this, and I guess the power that we're gonna feel because of that heavy drag, okay? And we'll just really look to sit back through that stroke, okay? And that's the optimal word today, okay? Sitting back through the stroke. Because the first couple, we will feel a little bit of acceleration because, you know, we don't have the drag. But then once we start to get that drag, it's going to feel labored here, okay? We're not going to have that real acceleration that we normally create with that whip of the body. We won't have that whip, okay? We'll still try and create it by having that, but really manage what we're doing around the finish, okay? Once we start to get right up, yes, we probably will have to use a little bit of arm power to pull it in, okay? But trying to create as much of it through this part of the stroke there as possible is what we want to achieve, okay? Right, let's rock and roll, okay? We'll set up the workout, pretty simple, 12 1-minute pieces. So choose an easy setup, okay? New workout, so select workout, new workout, intervals time. 1 minute's already flashing. Rest period up to 1. Leave that flashing. And here we go. Okay. So hopefully you can see 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and then boom. So we're climbing rates, we're climbing drag, and we're climbing the number of pieces that we're doing. Pretty simple. Okay. So just remember, whatever you start on, we'll go 2 numbers, 1 number, no change. And then we go right back to where we are at the start. Okay. We do that. All right, let's press checkbox. And because it's a 1 minute piece, good focus, good intent, good intensity, what we're doing. And we'll roll from there. Okay. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Attention. Go. So these first few here, I'm just going to roll along at 22. Just to get a good feeling. Okay, start with this, thinking about the how we do it. With long arms. We start by leaving them out long. Good push. Good rhythm. Good speed. Okay? Pretty easy. Okay, first couple, I'm luring you in to a false sense of security, thinking, oh, that was easy. Very simple set. And then we'll start to climb. Okay? If you'd like to, okay, you don't feel like you want to make a big jump in this first one, you could always move it up now. Okay? You could move it up one number now if you prefer. So just putting that out there. Okay? For me. So just looking for this motion again. Now, feet, roll in, feel the push, body, open that body out with the drive. Hang long with these arms, leave them out there. Okay, when you get to that catch position, leave the arms long, sit back through the stroke. Nice. Good motion. Feel that press, both feet. Okay, good. Right. Okay, so in your own time, let's whip that drag up. Five to seven, big jump, and then feel it. Okay, they are short, 1 minute pieces. We've got 24 strokes to get these ones right, to think about it, okay? So we can think about the intent, holding ourselves, okay, firm. Now, okay, we can feel that heaviness now. Leave the arms out, should help with that weight. Hang long. One push, feel that pressure. Smooth take up. Drive it back. Good. Hang. Okay. Breathe nicely. Okay. As you can see, you might have got hit some really good numbers. Okay. Now this is this thing with the rower. When you ramp up the drag, you do get good numbers. Okay. Especially for short bursts. You're putting the power down. It's very taxing. Okay. The whole trying to find your drag compared to what you're trying to achieve is always that difficult thing, okay? But for today, we're really pushing it up Just focus on the rhythm. Okay, here we go. Firm. Okay, it's going to be heavy. Moving. Now, take the elastic with this length. We want to still have a really good rhythm. Still use this handle when we release. Feel the recoil. Use a little bit more core strength, both on the drive and on the recovery. Hang with me. Sit back. Nice flat chain. Okay. Okay, really good. So let's go up. Knock that up. I'm getting up around 8 now. She's going to be pretty heavy. Okay. So what we're going to find is once we get up this rating with the power, okay, this part here is going to feel a little bit artificial. Okay, we're not going to have this nice momentum that we create normally, okay, because of the weight. Don't force it. Try to be loose. Here we go. Firm. 26. Now, so be elastic. Remember, we still need a work-rest ratio. Okay, feel the power. Within reason. Feel the hang. Drive the body back. Hang. Both feet. Wow. Okay. It's good. Solid. Okay. Okay. Use this resistance for what it is. Okay. This is an exercise. It's training our bodies in a slightly different way. It's resistance training. We still want to get the fundamentals right with what we're doing. Okay. Right. Firm. Remember to move freely. No grab. Try and resist that temptation. Here we go. Now, elastic length. Long arms with me. Use the body through the middle. Won't feel as accelerated as normal. Still need it to swing. Hinge from the hips. Legs initiate. Legs drive the body.
Long arm. Armpit hang. Okay, good. Real good. Okay, breathe it out. Don't know about you guys, but I'm really starting to feel a nice sting in the legs, through the body. Okay, one more number. I don't have much to go. We're up on 9. This is going to be heavy, okay? And what do we think about when it's heavy? Still trying to be relaxed and patient and feel the motion, okay? Up to 28, let's firm, moving. Now, okay, be elastic. It's only 28 strokes. With a hang, one smooth push through the drive. Good. Hang, sit back. Core stability. Nice. Okay, good push. 15 seconds. Last couple. Okay. It's up there. Okay, keep focused on the sequence, the firing sequence of what we're doing. Okay, the legs driving the body, just heavy. Okay, now if it's feeling too heavy, feeling real awkward, always just bring it down a little bit. Okay, if you're not used to it that high or at this rating, otherwise just persevere, be elastic. You don't have to get too far out front. Remember, just no grab. Okay, firm, moving. Now, so elastic. Let's get the flywheel moving. The ears escaping. Good. With me, long arms under the armpits. Hang long. "30 seconds, 14 strokes. Push each one. Nice on it. One smooth drive. Open out in one motion. Don't have another. Go at it. One go. Okay, nice. Really good. Man, feeling it in the legs. This is good. Okay, so self-evaluate. I know it's feeling heavy. How's our sequence looking? Is it close? Okay, or is it disjointed? If it's disjointed, spend the time trying to get it smooth. Okay, might be like, should I miss the front? Don't try and give any at the back, okay? Don't go and try and haul it. One motion. Sit back as much as we can, okay? Third, moving in. Now, okay, elastic start. Breathe. Open the mouth. Okay, now feel it. Hang. Swing. Lead drive the body. Feel the core. Holding on. Okay. 9 strokes. 20 seconds. About 10 seconds. Hold. Push it. Okay. Good. Okay. I struggled to get the rate on that. Okay. I don't know what it was, but I didn't try and force it. I couldn't get up to that 30. I'm just going to focus on this one. Flushing around that 29. I saw 30 a couple, but it just didn't feel comfortable. It felt like I was going to have to force it. Okay. So, really looking for this 30. This is the last one with the power on, okay? Really look, here we go. Third, building. Now, hang on. Be comfortable with what you get. Breathe. Yeah, good. 15 strokes. One push. Strong through the middle. Take up. Move the hands. Yeah, last 10 seconds. That was better. Okay. Don't know about you guys, but my legs are burning. Okay. Bring that down. Back to normal. Got 2 sets here. 30 to 32, okay? Feel the freedom. Feel the acceleration. Try and hold the motion, but it's just going to be quicker, okay? 2 sets here to just tap it along. Here we go. Firm. Building in. Now. Okay, feel that speed. Resist that front. Hang. Good. Tap it along. Flywheel's now moving. Good. 30 seconds. Feel the push. Open out. One drive. Nice. Good hand. You ripper. Okay. Such a difference, right? Okay. Take the subtleties of that difference. Resist the temptation to haul, grab, try and give more. Move with that speed. Move with that extra pace. Okay, that ease of rhythm with the lower resistance. Okay, I'm seeing some great numbers on screen. Okay, last piece. Let's really focus it. Let the rating be free. Tap it along. 5 strokes, get it up. Find a rhythm. Tap it along. Okay, hold and breathe into it. Here we go. Build. Now. Okay, here we are. 32. As loose as we can be. Release the tension. Inertia. Compress. Push and swing. Here we go. That's it. 10 strokes. Swing. Round the front. Good speed. Okay, you beauty. That's great. Real good. Okay, sapping that first part saps the life out of you. Okay, hence the whole I get good speed with high drag. It's sapping, it's energy sapping, and it's finding your equilibrium for the pieces, for the paces, for the goals that you're wanting, which is why we use that drag in various ways. Okay, just reset the monitor. We're just going to breathe it out. Just going to row it back into a little bit of active recovery. Once we just gain a little bit of composure back, okay? So nice, short, punchy session. Very intense, okay? Because it's only 1 minute pieces. I don't know about you guys, but I think it was even the second one of the 26, and then into that 28, I was like, oh, my legs are a bit sore. I'm really working them. I could feel them burning, and even now. Okay, so let's get ourselves back into posture. We'll do 2, 3, 4 minutes here. Let's just get a nice rhythm, consistent motion here now. Forget about these arms. Leave them out long. Feel the hang. One smooth drive, okay? One motion. Picture it now. Visualize it as you're doing it. One motion, okay? We don't want to go there and think that we're going to have to do something in the middle Okay? One push. Picture it, feel it, listen to it. One smooth movement. Okay? Press the force curve on. Have a look at it. Is it just a smooth curve? Just don't want it to have any too much dip and zigzag. Okay? Doesn't matter what it looks like, except the smoothness of it. Don't worry about the peaks or the position, just the smoothness of how we're doing it now. Okay? Which means the sequences are firing together. We're smooth with it. It's one push, one pressure, one motion. Okay, good. Okay, breathe with me. We'll do another minute. Just flow along here. Okay. Switch off the legs. There's a supple knee break. Hands getting drawn back with this machine recoil. Okay. Hands out over the knees, soft break. Roll in. Feel the weight differences on the feet, from the strap to the balls. There. That point of compression there, where we can't travel. Okay, we get here, that's all we can get to. Okay? Feel that now. Let's just focus that for a second. Almost just have a little pause here. Get to that point. That's it. Okay? Wherever that is, have a look at the distance here. Come to there. That's it. Hey, we don't have to go and go, I want a bit more. Happy with that. Knowing that we're going to have take-up period. So we hold. We fire those sequences together. Legs and body. Arms hang long. Nice body posture. That's set up off the back. Okay, we're in position here. Just before the catch, right here. Hold that, pause again. Last couple. Okay, now we'll just roll for 5. No pause, okay? Feel this roll. Roll. Okay, really easy. Change in direction. One more. Beautiful. Oh, glutes have been working today. Okay, so that last part, okay, it's really good, especially in warm up, warm down, to feel that ease of that positioning here. We can't go any further. We're there. That's our posture. Okay, if we're a bit like this, okay, that's just trying to be in a nice, comfortable position, strong enough for us, for our body size, our shape, our age. And that's what we're trying to get to. Okay, nice, continuous motion, as easy as we can. Okay, you think about it, any extra movements, extra forces, they take away from our potential. Okay, and as you'll always hear me saying, is that we're looking for our potential, our individual potential in what we're doing on the row. Okay, and that's the whole deal. This one goes to 11. Awesome force curve at 170 drag. Yeah, the thing, and as I say,
the power output that you're doing when you've got that high drag is you don't have time to do any extra movement. Okay, and that's why power strokes are a very, very good tool. Okay, it's a hard balancing that because I think if you're doing like a program, working to an event or something like that, you could squeeze them in every couple of weeks. Okay, otherwise, I definitely think that they're a very good tool to be used every now and again. And in saying that, there's no reason why you can't just do a normal set of, let's say, 3 10-minute pieces at 20 rate. Okay, there's no reason why you can't just increase the drag a little bit for the second and the third one, or the second one, and bring it back down. Okay, just lift it up a number and a half, 2 numbers. Okay, because you're really going to feel what it's doing. And when you have that increase in drag, you really don't have time. You just don't have time to grab or do anything because it's so heavy that you just have to be like, I've got to get myself into position. Because if you don't just let your body weight and your body and the opening and the sequencing open that stroke out, you're gonna blow yourself to pieces, and it's gonna get ugly. Okay, and ugly is probably the best term because you're gonna be like, fuck, I'm gonna use my body at the start. I'm gonna fucking pull it in. It gets ugly. Okay, that's the optimal word. Whereas if you just go with what it is, which is heavy, you just swing on it. You swing back on it and you're like, I'm not going to be able to pull it in. I'm just going to let my hands go. I'm going to get set up. I'm going to get back to that position. I'm going to hold my posture and I'm going to do it again. Okay? And that's the cool part about heavy drag. Hence, though, as Bro's saying, it's great at 170. I bet you couldn't do that for a 2K. I bet you would absolutely blow your cookies. This is why it's a good tool. It's part of what you can do on this machine, and definitely there's benefits out of it. Okay? At drag 120 after drag 170, my splits are about 10 seconds. Like, yeah, exactly. Okay, but it's sustainability. Okay, how long do you think you could sustain 170 drag at 30 rates? 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I don't think I could do 3 minutes. I think I'd be absolutely fried. Okay, but you can hold it for a minute. Okay. Hence why the thing with the machine is that short burst stuff is very good. You can get some very, very good power. Okay, but it's what are you trying to do on the machine? If you're here for the 1 minute and the 500, fuck, go for it. Lift the drag up, rip, shit, and bust. Okay, great. Okay, because I think I was getting 320, 325 meters at the end of those. Okay, so it's not far off doing a 500, so it's fine. Use it, but of course, if I'm looking for longer period stuff, there ain't no way you can hold it at that level because you're just gonna burn it out. Okay. This is about my drop off. Yeah. It's good that everybody's noticing that, and I think that is a great thing to understand. Okay, and I think I just summed it up by saying that yes, you can get some very, very good numbers. Okay, hence why you'll always hear the non-rowing people, the CrossFitters and that, and they bump it up to there. Because how long do they do? 2 minutes, 3 minutes if they're lucky. Absolutely go for it, right? Absolutely. Fuck, ramp it right up and wrap the shit out of it. Because the numbers are there, okay? It's all about force. Okay, you're producing more force because everything's escaping. Okay, you're not, the flywheel isn't rolling back to say 100 revolutions a minute or whatever. Okay, it's going down to like 10. Okay, you've got a massive, massive drop in it. And so then you're creating the force. You're creating that force underneath the graph, right? And that's what gives you the watts. Whereas if it's already up here, you're only doing this. You're only tapping it to there. You're not doing that, which is what the reading is on the screen, okay? And that's, as long as you understand that, okay, that'll do it. But really, really good to know that when you're doing force and when you're doing power stuff, you are going to get very, very good speeds. You are going to get very good speeds. It's just not sustainable. Sustainable for short periods. You couldn't do that for 10 minutes. Not in your life. And if you can, well bloody done to you. Okay? After a couple of years, I've really missed these live sessions. Yeah, cheers, Andy. Yeah, get back in there, pal. And yeah, there's a lot that you're going to have to catch up on if you haven't done any other sessions, but that's all good. Team of Sensei, yes, Robro for the fall team challenge. Jump in there, get amongst it. I better do that myself, probably. Mind you, I've got a lot going on, so I'm only just sporadically getting on for my training, but that's fine. Okay, so really great session, team. Good that we've had this chat at the end of it. Understand what happened today, okay? What happened and how you perceived it. Okay, look back on all of these. We probably didn't have enough time when we were doing it to sort of evaluate each one. Okay, but obviously, if you want to do power stroke stuff again, there's so many options. There's so many opportunities to do different types of power stroke. Short power, long, more endurance stuff. And it's just, but at the end of the day, what we're trying to achieve is how we are doing it. Okay, remember that being the sole focus of what we're doing anytime that you get on the row machine is how you are doing it, because all I'm trying to help you guys get to is your potential in terms of your technique, in terms of how you're producing the power, how sustainable you can make it. So for whatever you're doing, you can do it to the best of your ability, and that is what it is about. Okay, I'll give you the tools, I'll give you some really good tips about what sustainability looks like, about the biomechanics of the stroke, about the motion of what we're trying to do to make it as efficient as we possibly can. Okay, and I know that we all do it in completely different ways. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses in terms of different parts of the stroke, in terms of different times, ratings, everything else. But this is the great thing about it, is that we can use the whole spectrum to our advantage, and this is just one of those days where we can use that spectrum to our advantage. Okay, so very, very good. Pat on the back. I'm sitting here very, very uncomfortably because anytime that I do that power stuff or even very high rate stuff, my glutes, man, they start to sting. And I always know it always happened to me when I was rowing. Is when I had a sore ass, I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! I'm obviously connecting in a good way." Okay, and that's something for you guys to think about as well. It's like when you finish something like that, you're like, where do I feel the most, should I say, pain, uncomfortableness? And of course, if you're like, it's really in my shoulders, we're using too much shoulders. Okay, if you really feel like you've used your core quite well, your legs are burning a bit, great. Okay, we're obviously understanding that we're using our legs and we're initiating, we're really drawing with those legs. And just remember that anytime that you're doing a session, what's starting to fatigue first? Is it your arms? Is it the legs? Is it the body? Okay. Generally, if our arms are fatiguing, we're probably either gripping too much or we're just holding on. You know, we're using a little bit too much arm to start and initiate. We're using legs burning out, body burning out. That's better. Okay, it's a better way to look at it. Okay, right. Thanks, team. Great session. Very, very good. Nice and punchy. I should have probably changed this light to being a red light. Hey, and everyone will be like, should probably start using my light to be like when you turn it on, if you see a red light, you're like, shit, we're into some trouble. And when you see a green light, you're like, oh, this is going to be a great day. Okay, not today. But very good. Okay, thanks, team. Keep up the good work. Remember, keep focusing on the way that you're doing it. Okay, get an understanding, because you do have to do a lot of self-evaluation on the machine, the way that you feel like you're doing it. There's nothing wrong with setting up old mate here and putting him on a chair, filming it, having a look and saying, let's look at what I'm doing, because it's very hard to look in a mirror while you're doing it, okay? But you can take some footage, you can see what it looks like, you should be able to see, and just think about the biomechanics of what we're trying to do, okay? The legs and the body creating that force, creating that, okay? See too much of that, we're pushing the button a little bit too early. Too much of that, we're just using the body a fraction too early. Okay? Nice, smooth, rhythmical, one motion like we're standing up, okay? That's how we're doing it. We don't stand up like this, and we don't stand up like that, okay? It is exactly the same. but in a horizontal motion. That's all I'm going to say. It's exactly the same, but in a horizontal motion. And we've got resistance against it, okay? So just remember that. Keep working on it. Have fun. Enjoy it. Use it for your health, well-being, whatever, the fitness. It's a great tool. We can't beat it. It can be really lovely, and then it can be an absolute arsehole sometimes, okay? But that's exactly what we're here for, okay? Great session. We'll see you guys next week. Keep up the good work. Jump on that full challenge, the Sensei team. Rack up some meters. Get amongst it, okay? And really enjoy yourself, okay? So thank you very much from me and the Sensei team. I've got work to do and some renovations. We're all go, okay? So until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you back here next week, okay? Cheers, team. Thank you.